New Headway Plus, Upper-Intermediate, by Liz and John Sawles. Published in copyright, Oxford University Press, 2009. CD 1. Unit 1. Tapescript 1.1. 1.
How long has Max been at summer camp?
Just 2 days.
2.
Is he having a good time?
No, not really. He's feeling very homesick.
3.
Is this his first time at summer camp?
No, it's not. He's been once before. Last year he went to Pine Trees.
4.
Did he like it at Pine Trees?
Oh, yes, he did. Very much.
5.
Why was that?
Because they did things like archery and mountain biking.
6.
What's he doing tomorrow?
He's making pancakes.
7.
Why does he want a cell phone?
Because all the other kids have theirs.
Tapescript 1.2. 1.
How long has Sophie been in New Zealand?
Nearly a week.
2.
How long was she in Australia?
3 weeks.
3.
Who is she travelling with?
Catherine.
4.
Why does she like New Zealand?
Because it's smaller and cooler than Australia.
5.
Why did she like Kangaroo Island?
Because of the wildlife. She saw platypuses there.
6.
What's their car like?
It's okay. The lights work and it has a big glove box, but it sometimes makes strange noises.
7.
Which wildlife has she seen already?
She's seen dolphins, whales and enormous albatrosses.
8.
Where are they going next?
They're heading up the west coast.
9.
Why is she sending her mum and dad photos?
So that they won't forget what she looks like.
Tapescript 1.3. 1.
Are you being served, sir?
Oh, just looking, thank you.
2.
I've heard that he's been spending a lot of money recently.
3.
I'll be seeing Bill this afternoon. I'll tell him the good news then.
4.
Apparently, he was overtaking on a bend at 70 miles per hour when they stopped him.
5.
I hadn't seen her since she was a little girl, and she'd changed beyond all recognition.
6.
Nobody will listen to him. He's the kind of guy who isn't believed by anyone.
7.
I haven't been told yet if I've got it. I'll be told in writing sometime next week.
8.
Do you have any idea which address it was sent to?
Tapescript 1.4. 1.
At weekends, I often don't bother getting up till lunchtime.
Absolutely. Why bother if you don't have to?
2.
My parents have never had a cross word in all their married lives.
Really? Mine are at it all the time.
3.
I don't think I'll ever master this DVD player.
Well, don't ask me. I can't even find the on-off button.
4.
I was saying to a friend just the other day that I hadn't seen you for ages.
I know. How long has it been?
5.
I hate Sundays because nothing ever goes right on a Sunday.
Just Sundays, huh? Aren't you the lucky one?
6.
I just arrived home last night when I realised I'd left my briefcase on the bus.
Well, you won't see that again.
7.
I was just getting ready to go out this morning when my grandmother rang for a chat. It's so frustrating.
I know, and you feel really bad if you say it's not a good time.
8.
I've been told that our teacher is a really good singer.
Who on earth told you that?
9.
In my very first English lesson, I was taught to introduce myself and say hello.
I was taught to say the cat runs after the mouse and stuff like that. Useful, huh?
10.
The reason I'm learning English is because it's spoken all over the world.
True, but isn't Chinese spoken by more people?
Tapescript 1.5. 1.
Heard about Jane and John getting engaged.
That's nice. I always thought they got on really well.
Yes, they've been talking about a spring wedding.
2.
Leaving already? What's wrong?
I just have a headache, that's all.
3.
Failed again? How many times is that?
OK. There's no need to rub it in. They say the best drivers fail 3 times.
4.
Sorry I'm late. Been waiting long?
No, I've just arrived myself. Got caught in traffic.
5.
Doing anything interesting this weekend?
Yeah, if you call housework interesting. I've just got to tidy my flat this weekend.
6.
Like the car. When did you get it?
We've had it a while, actually. Second hand, you know.
7.
Bye, Joe. See you later.
Yeah, I'll be round about 8.
8.
Just coming. Hang on.
Get a move on or we'll go without you.
9.
Want a lift? Hop in.
Great. Can you drop me in the centre?
10.
Seen Jim lately?
No, I haven't. I wonder what he's up to at the moment.
Tapescript 1.6. A long-distance phone call.
Hello?
Dad, it's me, Kirsty.
Kirsty, how are you? How's it all going?
I'm fine, but still a bit jet-lagged.
I can imagine. What exactly is the time difference over there?
It's 9 hours ahead. I just can't get used to it. Last night I lay awake all night, and then today I nearly fell asleep at work in the middle of a meeting.
Oh, you poor thing. And what's work like?
It's early days, but I think it's going to be really good. It's a big company, but everybody's being so kind and helpful. I've been trying to find out how everything works.
And what about Tokyo? What's it like? Have you seen much of the city yet?
I've seen a bit. It just seems such a big, busy city. I don't see how I'll ever find my way round it.
I know. Big cities can seem really strange and frightening at first. Is it anything like London?
No, it's nothing like London. It's like nowhere else I've ever been. Masses of huge buildings, underground shopping centres, lots of taxis and people. So many people. But it's so clean. No litter on the streets or anything.
And where are you living? What kind of accommodation have you got?
Well, for the time being, I've been given a tiny apartment, but it's in a great part of town.
What do you mean, for the time being? Will you be moving somewhere else?
That's right. I won't be living here for long. I'll be offered a bigger place as soon as one becomes available, which is good, because this one really is tiny. But at least it's near to where I'm working.
How do you get to work, then? Do you walk?
Walk? You're kidding. It's not that close. It's a short subway ride away, and the trains come so regularly. It's a really easy journey, which is good, because I start work very early in the morning.
It all sounds really interesting, but are you enjoying yourself?
Again, it's too early to say. I think I really will be enjoying it all soon. I'm sure it's going to be a great experience. It's just that I miss everyone at home so much.
Oh, we miss you too very much. Make sure you email us regularly. It's the best way to keep in touch.
I will, I promise. And you email me back with all your news. I just love getting news from home. Give everyone my best. Bye.
Bye, Kirsty. It's been great talking to you.
Tapescript 1.7. 1.
I'm going away on business for 2 weeks. Do you think you could possibly water my houseplants for me?
No problem. I'd be glad to. I'll keep an eye on your whole flat if you like.
Oh, that would be great.
Don't worry. I know how house-proud you are. I'll make sure everything stays clean and tidy.
Oh, I'll do the same for you any time, you know.
Thanks.
2.
Julie, have you heard? Anna's just been made managing director of the UK branch of her firm. So she's coming back from the States.
Oh, that's great news. Let's give her a spectacular homecoming party when she gets back.
She's certainly the career girl of the family.
Doing really well, isn't she?
I know, and I'm happy for her. Me, I'm just a housewife. 4 kids, homemade cakes and homegrown vegetables.
And how are my wonderful grandchildren?
3. We're having a housewarming party on the 12th. Can you come?
Yes, you bet. We'd love to. But I didn't know you'd moved.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It's much bigger than the old one. Huge kitchen and 3 big bedrooms.
Ooh, sounds great.
Yeah. Mind you, there's much more housework to do.
That's a drag.
4.
Hey, is Carly coming to the picnic with us?
I dunno. I don't think so.
So, what's she doing then?
Carly says she and her parents are visiting her grandmother. Her grandmother's sick and housebound, so they have to go and help.
OK, cool. I'll see her another time then.
Tapescript 1.8. 1.
I'm going away for 2 weeks. Do you think you could possibly water my houseplants for me?
2.
Don't worry. I know how house-proud you are. I'll make sure everything stays clean and tidy.
3.
Let's give her a spectacular homecoming party when she gets back from New York.
4.
Me? I'm just a housewife. 4 kids, homemade cakes and homegrown vegetables.
5.
We're having a housewarming party on the 12th. Can you come? I'll give you our new address.
6.
Mind you, with it being much bigger, there's much more housework to do.
7.
Her grandmother's sick and housebound, so they have to go and help.
Tapescript 1.9. Things I miss from home. Andrew.
Well, the thing I miss most when I'm away from home is definitely listening to the radio. And the way I get around this, particularly when I go away for 2, 3 or 4 months or something, is to take a small shortwave radio that I found and take great trouble to tune in this shortwave radio to get an English language station, something like the World Service. And I'm there waving the area around and twiddling the knob and trying to find the correct kind of station. But then suddenly when it all comes in and you can hear it, it's great. It really makes me feel like I'm back home, back in my bedroom, tuning in to weird programs on wonderful subjects, really.
Helen.
When I'm away from home for any length of time, something that I really have to have with me is my hair straighteners. I can't bear to wake up in the morning and be without them because my hair is most unruly and I would feel very uncomfortable having gone out without straightening my hair beforehand. So I have to take those with me whenever I stay with friends or go on holiday.
Gabrielle.
When I'm away for a little bit longer, what I do miss are my 2 cats, and I do take a photo of them. That sounds very silly, but I like to see them from time to time.
Paul.
If I'm away from home for a while, what I usually miss most is my bed. I like a good solid bed. In particular, what I find I miss if I'm in a hotel is a pillow that I like. I do find that hotels have this incredible knack of providing pillows that you just can't sleep with. There always seems to be 2 pillows on a bed, and if you use one, it's never enough. And if you use both of the pillows, your head seems to be just stuck up in the air. So I have thought of taking a pillow with me, but that seems a bit excessive. But again, connected with sleep, one thing I always do take with me is earplugs. I find they're absolutely invaluable if you're not sure where you're going to be in a hotel. And if it's very noisy, as long as you're quite used to sleeping with earplugs, they can be wonderful because you don't need to worry about traffic and people making a lot of noise in the next room.
Sylvia.
Well, when I'm away from home, there are several things I miss. The usual ones, my children, of course, and a good cup of tea. But something I realise I do miss is the news. And it's not that other countries don't have any news, but I'm very attached to a particular news programme and a particular presenter. And if they're not around to tell me the news, I can't quite believe it. It's very odd. It doesn't happen with papers. I'm happy to read another paper, but on the telly I like to see a familiar face and the same background colours, and it's all very reassuring, even if he's telling something dreadful. But what do I take with me? I always travel with a bag of snacks. I don't know why, because I'm just terrified of being hungry while I'm travelling and not finding anything I want to eat. Gosh, I didn't think I was so fussy. There you go.
Chris.
I think the thing I miss most when I go away for an extended period on holiday or whatever, especially if I go away abroad, is probably Sunday morning. And by that I really mean a lazy Sunday morning when I can get up fairly late, wander down to the newsagents, buy the newspaper, come back with a croissant and make a big pot of coffee and spend at least the morning and maybe a large part of the day just sitting around reading the paper, drinking coffee and relaxing.
Tapescript 1.11. 1.
Excuse me? Really?
2.
Chocolate. Fantastic. Dessert.
3.
What do you mean you're not coming?
Tapescript 1.12.
Excuse me, is this yours?
Let me see. Yes, it is. Thank you. I must have dropped it.
Are you going far?
Yeah, all the way to London. What about you?
I'm getting off at Bristol.
Oh, do you live there?
Actually, no. I work in Bristol, but I live in Bath.
Lucky you. I think Bath's a beautiful city.
Yeah, you and thousands of others.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, the tourists. There are just so many, all year round.
Ah, yes, that's a drag. You don't like tourists, then?
Well, I shouldn't really complain.
How come? You can complain if you want.
Not really. You see, I'm a travel agent, so I make a living from tourists.
Tapescript 1.13. 1.
Excuse me, don't I know you from somewhere?
Actually, I don't think so.
Weren't you at Gavin's house last week?
Not me. I don't know anyone called Gavin.
Well, someone who looked just like you was there.
Well, that's as maybe, but it certainly wasn't me.
I am sorry.
2.
Jill, hi. Great to see you.
Well, I was just passing and I thought I'd drop in and say hello.
Come on in. Have a cup of coffee.
You're sure? You're not too busy?
Never too busy to talk to you.
Oh, thanks, Jo. It'd be really nice to have a chat.
Fantastic. Let me take your coat.